In April of 2019, Askiisoft released Katana Zero, a side-scrolling action game that centered on an unnamed swordsman as he unraveled a government conspiracy he unwittingly found himself a part of. While the game came to an end, the story didn't, leaving off on a cliffhanger that suggested more story content would be coming. In fact, shortly after the game's release, its developer announced that a free DLC for the game would be coming that would continue the story. And an interesting door in a government bunker suggested that wait would be only a few months. But time has gone on, and on, and on. And while there's been some news about the DLC itself hasn't yet seen the light of day. Apparently, the wait for the DLC has been so long that even Zero has gotten tired of waiting, going to rent a movie from a video store so he can pass the time until the DLC's release. The movie he gets is a bootleg movie called Katana Hero, which seems super familiar to something he's seen before, but has its own unique story. So while we all wait for the Katana Zero DLC to release, let's join Zero as he watches Katana Hero to enjoy all the wackiness it has to show. Obviously, spoilers for Katana Hero are ahead, so if you don't want to be spoiled on the wonder of its story, now's your time to click away. But with that out of the way, let's get started. The story starts with a world of the living. While this society has always had some interactions with the spirit realm, as of late the incursions of evil spirits has increased to a full-blown invasion, with ghosts and ghouls haunting various well-known locations in the world and tormenting not only everyday citizens, but children and the elderly as well. To protect the populace from their evil deeds, spirit hunters have arisen to banish these evil spirits back from whence they came. One such spirit hunter is an unnamed man that has promised to protect the innocent from the evil of the ghouls, and thanks to the training he has received from his best allies, his grandfather Musashi, who taught the hunter how to slow down time, and Professor Hojo, who taught the hunter how to read, it's a promise he's capable of keeping. Upon coming to the city, he starts clearing out the spirits by first infiltrating a factory where he rescues a scientist from them. After doing so, a blue-haired man appears and summons more evil spirits to attack the hunter. Although he has no issues in dealing with them, the hunter is now interested in finding out more about the blue-haired man who could summon the ghouls. It's at this point that the hunter receives a call from an Oda Nobunaga, who claims to have more information about the evil spirits. Arriving at the Murdour Hotel, the arranged meeting spot with Nobunaga, the spirit hunter finds that the entire building is infested with evil spirits. Spirits that mention a Dr. Edo, who has an evil plan to summon more spirits until the entire city is under his sway. In fact, when the spirit hunter fights through these evil spirits and finds Nobunaga at the top of the hotel, he learns the whole meeting was a ruse set up by Dr. Edo, perhaps an effort to eliminate the spirit hunter before he could foil the doctor's plans. His only lead gone, the hunter returns home where he is contacted by circus man Yoshi. Yoshi asks for the spirit hunter's help in saving the circus by eliminating the evil wizard Saburo, who is trying to destroy the circus by playing evil music that will channel evil spirits into the men that work there. The hunter easily does so, either eliminating the wizard with his own hand or watching the wizard succumb to Dr. Edo's. Either way, he catches a glimpse of the doctor as he leaves the circus, so the spirit hunter begins a search for the elusive man. By a stroke of luck, he finds the man talking on the phone to a collaborator, a Lady Sakura, outside of a studio. Upon being confronted, Dr. Edo tries to execute the spirit hunter, but is thwarted, so he flees into the studio, locking the spirit hunter out of his office on the top floor. The spirit hunter isn't dissuaded though, and with Professor Hojo's encouragement, he collects the 3 keys needed to unlock the door and meet Dr. Edo face to face. The two begin a vicious fight, with the spirit hunter apparently coming out ahead. But then, Lady Sakura arrives to back up her ally. Knowing they would win a 2-on-1 fight, Lady Sakura and Dr. Edo let the spirit hunter go, warning him that if he interferes with them again, there will be big trouble. Seemingly defeated, the spirit hunter goes home to watch his favorite TV show. However, he refuses to let evil spirits run amok in his city, so he begins a search for Dr. Edo once again. Using his special spirit hunter techniques, the spirit hunter tracks Dr. Edo down to a mansion where he begins a chase to capture the doctor, fighting through numerous evil spirits Dr. Edo summons to help him. During the chase, the spirit hunter is caught off guard and knocked unconscious by a trapped door. He awakens, tied up in a chair at the mercy of Dr. Edo. The doctor leaves the spirit hunter's end in the hands of dangerous Charles Wexler and heads out. But before he can be executed, the hunter is able to escape his bonds and then defeat Wexler in battle. He chases after Dr. Edo, who has met up with Lady Sakura again, and overhears how the two are summoning all the evil spirits to this world by using a spirit machine to open a portal to the spirit dimension. After a bit of gloating, Lady Sakura is pulled away for another task, leaving Dr. Edo alone, which the spirit hunter decides is the best time to strike. But the doctor gets away from him before he gets a chance to strike him down. The two begin a long pursuit on the highway, but eventually, the spirit hunter takes down Dr. Edo. However, before the final blow is struck, another spirit hunter, a man named Muscle Goro, appears and takes the kill away from the spirit hunter, who escapes in the ensuing chaos. Although Dr. Edo has been defeated, the spirit hunter knows his job is far from over, so decides to track down Muscle Goro to see if he has any more information about the ghouls and ghosts plaguing the world. When he finds the man, he doesn't receive a warm welcome from him, as Muscle Goro dislikes the spirit hunter, having just been complaining to a partner of his that he was trying to steal their credit. Muscle Goro leaves, telling his partner to defeat the spirit hunter so that he stops hunting, and during the ensuing fight, the woman reveals that although she's a spirit hunter, she's also an evil spirit in disguise. She gets away before she can be banished, and in a moment of quiet, the spirit hunter picks up a tape on the desk, but then is attacked by more evil spirits. He makes an escape through town, but eventually gets surrounded. It seems the end of the spirit hunter is nigh. But luckily, a couple more spirit hunters, who just so happen to be passing by, come to the spirit hunter's assistance. These big-rig truck-loving spirit hunters, named Kai and Nasubi, banish all the evil spirits surrounding the spirit hunter, allowing his escape. After taking a break to watch Muscle Goro's tape, which only makes the spirit hunter respect the man more, the spirit hunter gets a call from Professor Hojo, who tells him there's a clue in the meatpacking facility. Indeed, the information turns out to be true, as in the back of the facility, the spirit hunter finds the spirit machine of the evil spirits. He, of course, destroys it, ensuring that no new spirits can be summoned to the world. But there are still evil spirits that need to be hunted down and banished. Using those special spirit hunter techniques again, the spirit hunter finds a bunker that he's sure is where the rest of the evil spirits are hiding. He goes through the Synergistics Research Center, clearing out the remaining spirits, and finds the last one is the evil spirit hunter. At least, that's what he believes, as during their rematch, the evil hunter reveals there is actually one other evil spirit left, and it's someone close to the spirit hunter. His teacher, Professor Hojo. The revelation shocks the spirit hunter to his core, and after defeating the evil spirit hunter, he goes to Professor Hojo to find out the truth. He finds his friend in his office where, to his dismay, he admits that he is an evil wizard and intends to summon the biggest evil spirit ever so he can take over the world and obtain all of its treasure. The spirit hunter readies to stop him, which prompts Professor Hojo to unleash the full extent of his spell and attack the spirit hunter. But despite his strength and incredible powers, He is no match for the flame of justice that burns in the Spirit Hunter's heart, and he is eventually defeated by the Spirit Hunter, thus permanently ending the evil spirit incursion into the world. As the dust settles from the evil spirit war, its numerous participants have various happy endings. Dr. Edo and Lady Sakura apologize for their deeds and work for the benefit of society to make up for them. Professor Hojo likewise repents and returns to his teaching job, becoming Teacher of the Year. Grandfather Musashi passes on, confident of the Spirit Hunter's capabilities. Musogoro, after acknowledging that the Spirit Hunter is the better of the two, retires from the profession and becomes a grocer. Circus Man Yoshi returns the circus to its former glory. Like Professor Hojo, Dark Ryuji stops his evil ways and becomes a teacher. Kai and Nasubi return to their passion of big rig trucking, and the Spirit Hunter vows to stay ever vigilant, so that the evil spirits never again reach the world of the living. And so ends the story of Katana Hero. While Katana Hero was just meant to be a jokey spin-off of Katana Zero, I must admit it was nice to get some new Katana Hero content, even if it was just a joke story. And hopefully this bit of content is just the start of some hype building to gear up for the DLC's release. In fact, there's a super small teaser at the end of the game that hints at just that. Maybe there'll be some new information about the DLC soon. Maybe it'll actually finally come out. Whatever the case, we'll just have to continue to be patient and wait to see what's in store for us. That'll be it for this one though. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll do my best to answer them. And one last thing before I go. In the spirit of the jokiness of Katana Hero, I wrote a joke intro to this video, and while I ultimately decided against leading the video with it, I did want to include it here at the end just for those that are interested. Whether you decide to watch it or not, I just want to say thank you so much for watching as much as you have, and I hope to see you in the next video. Alright, without further ado.
In a world where evil spirits plague children, the elderly, and everyday citizens, Spirit Hunters have appeared to banish these spirits back to the spirit realm and save the populace from their mischief. One unnamed man, a wanderer who wishes to protect the innocent, has taken it upon himself to join this noble cause. Assisted by his best allies, Professor Hojo, who taught the Spirit Hunter how to read, and Grandfather Musashi, who helped the Spirit Hunter gain the ability to slow down time, the hunter sets out to save the world from the evil spirits of the spirit realm. Here is the story of Katana Hero.